Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Roses Are Reddit, the official Reddit Bachelor podcast. I am your quality host, and with me today are our special guests, Queen Overthrown, ambivertlady, Rachel 1 Paris, and Texas Fiend will be on later. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Wait, we have her on the podcast? And our other special guest, surprise.
Oh, yeah, Rachel's grandfather.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
I was joking about her hi. Okay, anyways. But yes, please, that would be amazing.
Oh, my God.
I beg for that.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready. So, we got a lot to cover. So, let's talk about the actual show before we talk about Winter Games. So, we missed last week because we all had busy lives to lead. And so, we missed Jacqueline and Kendall both getting... Jacqueline and Becca both getting sent home.
Right.
So that happened, and so now we are down to our final four, or three, because Tia also got sent home, but let's talk about that episode. So, Jacqueline had a very tearful exit, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I liked it because it was kind of realistic, what a real relationship would be like, because there's obviously other stuff going on outside of the show, and you never get to see that, so I kind of liked it. I mean, I'm sad she had to go, but...
I also, think that it was quite genuine, what she was feeling. Because I feel like when we watch the show, and, I know that a lot of us know that, a lot of the contestants go in there to be shilling or social media or to be an influencer, what have you, and they're always putting up, oh my god, I'm so in love with Ari, and, I'm so ready to fall in love with him and change my entire life. Whereas, we never really see them kind of thinking through their future and what all this would mean for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jacqueline was really one of the first contestants that I've seen so far that's kind of walked us through the internal thoughts that would go on.
Yeah.
I mean, she seemed really like she liked him, but I'm a lawyer and I would not give up my career for Ari, who I guess worked at Pizza Hut. That's the most impressive thing he's done. So I really understood where she was coming from, especially since my understanding from the spoiler things is that she she wanted she had to go back to work because her boss would have gotten rid of her.
Yeah, and she still has a lot of schooling left.
I think she was also practical and realistic, and that knowing that she had she had this option, or not really an option, but kind of this ultimatum of either you come back and not lose your job, or you lose your job if you continue to stay. And she kind of looked at it well, my relationship with him is great, but it seems I'm definitely not going to be within the final four F1. So
she's put at least her 4 years of undergrad, and then also she's got 6 years of PhD, and she's been working in the psychology industry for at least 3 years now. So she put all that time into her life, and she's not going to throw it away for some dude she's known 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she shouldn't have to, and it was kind of weird. I get that she had to go back home to her job, but if it had just been about the school thing, it doesn't seem like he was super willing to work with that.
Yeah.
But then again, he is a lot older, so I feel like by that point you're hoping to find someone who's not in school, so I kind of get that, but...
I mean, it's kind of weak to date in grad school.
Or I could only...
To date in grad school.
I don't even understand how you could, honestly. It's very hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think that of all of the breakups, this one was kind of the most real.
Yeah.
As compared to Becca's, or Because, which was not.
I actually think Crystal's breakup was the most real.
I just
that was a joke in case it wasn't clear. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get broken up with and be so unemotive or unnaturally unemotive about it.
Because inside she was just raging. That is why.
Or
that's my guess.
Yeah, I definitely think that Crystal. Did we miss the episode where Crystal got sent home?
No.
No.
You don't remember it?
I know, but did we not cover it on the podcast?
Oh yeah, no, we didn't.
We didn't. Oh
no,
so,
did we? I don't remember.
We did.
We did.
So I think that because was hold on a sec. One. Yeah. So I just felt like because exit kind of felt fake.
Honestly, I like slightly forgot it. That's how much I didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't resonate with me.
I mean, considering it was basically like it was Tia. Tia was the one who said that she's not ready for a relationship because she's.
Oh yeah, you know what? Mad at Tia.
Yeah, I wasn't like.
No, she kept throwing people under the bus. Well, she kept throwing Baka under the bus every single time.
It was kind of an easy target.
Yeah, but don't do it at all. Stop being so weird.
Yeah, but also at the same time, I can totally understand. Like she's better at playing the game than everyone else.
But just screw it. Like, why are you even concerned with somebody else?
Because she knows she's not going to win on her own.
Well, then that's messed up, and you probably just that's not the person for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It made me mad. Not cool.
She sort of did that all season though. Like when she felt threatened by someone, like she said something bad to someone about them.
That's so gross.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I think in that whole, it's unfortunate in that whole like Baka exit that like. It was just like Tia. It was just like it all like revolved around her and Tia, and I feel like that was just so I don't know.
Well,
we didn't get a real like exit.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I feel like
Tia.
I feel like it was just so forgettable because of Tia, and which is unfair because I feel like it undercuts the chemistry that Baka and Ari had. I mean, like yes, it was like kind of creepy that she was like younger and he was older, but like. Realistically, if you were watching the show and paying attention, like they really did have chemistry, and her exit should have been more meaningful, but it wasn't because of her drama with Tia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like Tia's just been kind of like a real bitch, and I think she was getting, she was getting the Bachelorette edit, and I think there were probably a lot of other mean and nasty things that we didn't see, and I think. It was probably that was real Tia, and we haven't seen actual real Tia prior to that.
I agree, and I
completely agree.
Yeah, and I have to say now, she might be the Bachelorette, but I really don't want her to be.
She was obviously coached by Raven. Like Raven was obviously like, this is what you want to do if you want to go far. And
I just have like no feeling towards her besides, wow, you're really rude for calling people out. And she complained on every single date.
She did. That is true.
Whatever. I'm not a fan. Cool. Okay, so on that note, hometowns.
Yeah, let's talk about hometowns. I don't really want to go into each date because they're all kind of boring. So let's just talk about things that we like enjoyed.
Yeah.
I loved Ari throwing shade at Crystal using Kendall's taxidermy wrap.
That was probably the most endearing he's ever been.
That might be my top favorite Bachelor moment of all the seasons I've watched, and I've been watching since Jake.
Wow.
True fan.
I also, although, I'm not a fan of Tia, I think, really good thing to point out about her hometown date was, I think it was her dad or her uncle, or her brother, was it? Yeah, that, called him out about making out with people and being called the kissing bandit and just hooking up with random people, and he's just am I gonna have to look forward to that?
Yes.
And I thought that was great because he needed to be called out about that.
Yeah.
Also, the name mispronunciation thing was high quality.
Ari.
Okay, you know what? I love that because I do that every single podcast.
Don't you feel validated?
I was like, yes, I'm not the only one. Oh shoot, just killed my phone.
I just thought that Tia's hometown I think was probably the most entertaining, I guess. I just remember the most from it. Her dad was cool, her brother looked like Uncle Cracker. It was if there was anything about her edit that give me an impression that she was getting the redneck edit, this was it. She was definitely getting the redneck edit because of this. And like, it was the thing that happened.
I feel like Lauren's date was interesting, like where he just got up in the middle of dinner to like wipe his brow because he was so stressed out. Literally nothing happened. Like literally nothing happened, and he was overwhelmed.
Yeah, pretty.
Lauren had a pretty good date for like her.
But I also like love the edit that Lauren B's family also got, that they're all just like boring.
He called themselves conservative, which I thought was fun.
Well, they're like, I understand her personality now.
Mm-hmm.
Because military, very like straight-laced, very bland, white bread.
Exactly. And like even when like Ari was talking with her dad and he was like grilling her, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I visited the troops and I did this with the troops, and his dad's like demeanor just like lit up.
I thought he was gonna punch him, actually.
Yes, America.
I honestly thought...
it's fine that he's passionate about that, but it's like weird that was the only thing that brought out personality in them.
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah.
But he also, like, Ari wasn't like, support our troops.
He just said...
Ari was like, I'm enthusiastic about flying an airplane in a country.
I'm not even sure he said that.
Like, war? Let me talk about war.
It seems like he was just like, I did this once. Not even enthusiastic about it, just this was a thing that I did one time.
It was great.
Ari. I think that's the most enthusiastic we've ever seen Ari, except for on that date with Lauren.
Anything?
When she was like, I'm falling for you.
Planes.
And everyone thought that he went to go poop.
Oh, yeah.
I
Probably did this,
about something.
That's such an inconvenient time to do that, though. It's like, I have something big to tell you. Hold on a second. And then he just, like, goes out and she's just, like...
I'm about to shit my pants. 1 second.
Literally shitting himself.
Anyways.
So, Tia left. That was the result of that. Bye, Tia.
She deserved it. Bye, Tia.
Bye, Tia.
Is that our send-off for everyone from now on? And just a group bye?
Bye, Tia. I guess.
Bye, girl. Bye, Felice.
I don't think she's Bachelor material, but she's definitely going to be good on Paradise if she goes.
I'm really excited for her to go to Paradise, actually, because I think she'll expect all the dudes to fight over her.
Oh, for
but they're
sure.
really going to fight over, like, Bibiana and Stassi and whoever else they get.
Yeah.
Because Tia actually has no discernible personality other than, like, I've eaten frog legs in my life.
And I feel like her cute, quirky thing was that she cusses a lot, but it was like, yeah, so does everybody else in the world. Like, we don't care.
Fantasy stat, she swore more than anybody else on the show by, like, a very large margin.
I mean, I respect that, but also whatever.
You want to know who was second?
Who?
Baka.
Really? She didn't even cuss that much.
She did cuss a lot. It was
maybe
like,
I don't notice, because, yeah.
So,
now, let's talk about Winter Games.
yes.
So
where all of our attention is actually at now.
Yeah, so we haven't actually done a Winter Games review because we skipped last week, and this is the finale. So cool. So let's just like go through. Let's just talk about like the Winter Games overall. Like, what are your thoughts on the format?
I thought I was gonna hate it, and I actually don't.
Yeah,
that's it. That's my.
I completely agree. It's like the dumpster fire that I love.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's like definitely a lot of like cringeworthy like moments.
Yeah.
But I'm like very disappointed that it was only 4 episodes because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I actually did too. It was kind of refreshing that it was something a little different than BIP.
I felt like it was sort of like a throwback to Bachelor Pad, which
it was
vastly superior to Bachelor in Paradise.
It is.
Yeah.
And so I was really enthusiastic about it. I did not love having to be home like 4 nights.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, like I couldn't do the things that I'm supposed to do on Tuesday and Thursday nights. And also I had to, spend time watching The Bachelor with my grandparents this week. But I thought it was good.
They liked it though.
I'll watch her all the time.
So,
and I am now a fan of your grandfather, so there's that.
My grandpa's the best. Shout out to Grandpa Ken.
Grandpa Ken is
also known as Baba.
Baba. I will not call him that because I guess that would be kind of rude because he's not my grandfather. But yeah, refreshing sense of humor. I liked it.
So I would say about Winter Games, if they took that and put it during the off season, where like that season between Paradise and the regular and the Bachelor, like that would be it. That would be where you put new Bachelor pad, because that's what this was essentially.
Yeah.
And I really, really love it.
I think it does need sort of like a prize or something though. Like there needs to be something other than that you're winning, so that people like Benoit don't leave.
Yeah.
Love. They're playing for love.
Right, but like love it's obviously not enough for Benoit. So I mean, it was enough for Benoit, but what I mean is like love isn't enough to keep people there when people like Claire are terrible.
Claire,
So they need something to keep people there.
when do we get
They're
to
there for the right reasons.
talk about Claire, because I'm mad about
Also,
it and I need to rage.
I
In a little bit.
really do enjoy having international contestants.
Me
join.
Yeah.
too.
So let's talk.
I love the juxtaposition between like the American Bachelor Nation that like we're so accustomed to, and like the International Bachelor Nation
Yes.
contestants, and how like they're so different, and how
I mean,
even like how they're like accustomed to their own like franchises, and like they're not used to how we do it.
Let's talk about the international contestants for a sec.
different, but not all that different.
Who is your
Yeah.
Who is your favorite international contestant?
I liked most of them.
Yeah, but if you had to pick one,
I really like the Russian dude, just because
the Russian dude,
oh no, sorry, German.
Christian.
Christian?
German?
Christian.
I
German?
am such
He was-
a fan
he was
for
German.
Christian.
Oh, okay. Why did I think Russian?
I feel like he had like everyone was kind of pissed at him in the beginning, but now I just feel I don't know. I feel like he was like the most honest, most genuine out of like all of them.
I think it's just his personality. The honesty is what kind of like took everyone back, because I think sometimes people can be a little bit fake on the show, and he was just like, "Yo, this is what's up."
I work with a German dude, and Christian was the most German person I've ever seen. It was hilarious. I like Christian. I thought that he
I
was.
think he deserves better than Claire.
Oh, of course he does. We'll talk about Claire in a sec because
I think everyone deserves better than Claire, though. Like, there is not a person in this world who deserves Claire.
Yeah, we're
Tex-
going straight shade.
Tex
I would
is-
not foist her upon my worst enemy.
Tex is a fan of Claire, so in a second we'll let Tex give her
Ooh.
Such haters.
We're ready to battle you on this, Tex.
Actually,
Okay.
let's do this now. Tex, give your defense of Claire.
Hold me back.
Claire is awesome for reality TV. She's like
Oh,
the
well,
best reality TV person of all time in the Bachelor franchise.
I don't know about that,
It's
but
fantastic TV, but she's
I will die on that hill.
She is. Yeah, I mean, like that's the same. The same could be said about Crystal. She's great for TV, but she's fucking batshit.
yeah.
No, she's like Claire plays it out good enough where she doesn't come off like a complete psychopath. But like, cause she comes back and she like gets kicked off, and then she always has these outbursts, which are amazing. Like from her first one with like Juan Pablo season, and then like she's always done with the franchise, but somehow comes back.
Yeah.
And she's like 36 years old. Like everything about it is like ridiculous, but it's also better natured. I think it's like better natured than some of these more ridiculous newer people who have been on like the seasons in the last 2 or 3 years, who are definitely just in it for like Instagram and like social media stuff. But I feel like Claire's so weird that like she actually thinks she's gonna find love or something.
Yeah. Well,
But she like doesn't have the like realization. And she's just amazing for television. It's just like so ridiculous.
yeah, but she bugs me.
My
It's
thing
not
is, I
even
feel like she
funny.
fundamentally doesn't understand how other humans operate, and so she just doesn't. She doesn't think about how like the way she's behaving had any impact on Christian, which makes her, I agree, great TV. But she's just such a
Because it's all
watching
about
makes me feel
her.
sad because I'm just sitting there like, if you listen to what he's saying, you'd understand that he's upset because you didn't respect his time. And I feel like poor Benoit is now stuck with this girl who does not care about anybody but herself.
She
know what?
100%.
Agreed.
You know what?
Agreed.
I'm coming around. Tex convinced me. I don't have to view Claire as like a decent human being here. Like
Well-
I'm not like I'm not hopping on the I love Claire train. I'm hopping on the Claire is fantastic television train.
I disagree with that, though, because she bugs me so much that it's not good TV.
Yeah, but I've had my most productive rants when I yell at Claire at the TV, so I think it's funny.
Again, like you said, Rachel, it's all about her. It's literally all about her. She's like, I just need to do what's best for me. And I'm like, oh my God.
But isn't it awesome watching someone that selfish get bit in the ass?
But she doesn't. Benoit came back and proposed.
Yeah, but Benoit's an idiot.
She was won Pablo's final 2, and she's marrying Benoit apparently, and she had the raccoon best friend on Bachelor in Paradise. Like, everything works out for Claire.
Okay, but how is he marrying her?
She's
when
hot.
She sent it.
He thinks she's hot.
When she, like, sent him home, said, you're not right, let me go make out with this other dude, see how it goes, and then you're gonna come back and propose to her? Like, is he crazy?
He thinks she's hot, and he's really desperate. That's what it's gotta boil down to.
He could find some other really hot girl without, like, I don't understand why her, of all of the women in Bachelor Nation.
Of all of the women in the world.
He should just go for Stassi.
Or me.
I mean, yeah, I'll support that.
I think you're gonna have to fight Nick's shitty sweater for that one.
Oh.
Shout outs to the Bay.
There was that rumor that Claire Crawley was dating Terrell Owens. How can I top that? Claire's amazing.
Well, there you go.
That's actually probably the best couple ever.
There you go, Claire.
That's like...
Everything still works out for her in the end.
If she stayed with Terrell Owens, that would have been the greatest thing ever. Oh my God, I can't even handle her.
Look, I'm also very biased because I only got into the franchise through, like, Claire's season. Like, the first one she was on, Juan Pablo season. When there's that big article, there's, like, a big Grantland article about, like, did Claire have ocean sex with Juan Pablo?
I remember that.
The greatest long-form article I think I've ever read on that.
That's what got me into it, too. That's what got me into it, too.
That sold me on this series. So, I am very biased to Claire.
I think Claire is great TV. I don't disagree. I just think she's an awful person and she makes me angry. Like, I get angry.
See, I don't want to judge people on how ABC edits them. I only want to judge people on if I sit on the couch and watch this show and am I entertained or not. And so I am extremely entertained every time Claire's on TV.
That's true.
A good point.
But poor Christian with his Miss Jacuzzi appointment. I've broken up with men who've missed.
That was the most German thing ever. That was the most German thing ever. It was like
Christian.
Yeah.
That was the most German thing ever. It was like, we had an appointment and you missed the appointment. I was like, I feel like...
But really, anybody would feel that way. It's like, yo, we made plans.
When you say you go to jacuzzi, it's a date.
Well, okay, so, like, I said this when the episode aired, that, like, Europeans have, like, a complete, like, this kind of plays into how Claire just, like, does not understand how other people function. Oh, and the fact that
she always says, we need a translator. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, like, she's very, very narrow-minded, and it's, like, it's not like a dating culture thing. It's, like, she just does not have the ability to empathize with other human beings. And I think that that's why she's such great television, because she's just gonna be super selfish, and she's like, I want to be chased. But the one person who actually chases her to the degree that she wants, she finds it too clingy and she sends him home. And then the one person who won't give the chase that she wants, she pursues super hard. And it's like, you don't want to be chased. You want someone to, like, sniff around you and then, like, pretend so that you can fall harder for them and then, like, complain that you're not being chased. It's like, it's great. And, like, honestly,
we've already given her too much time.
We have. But I think it's hilarious. And I love watching Claire just fail. It's hilarious. Like, Tex is totally right. Like, I enjoy the show. Like, Tex is totally right. When, during the rose ceremonies on Tuesday, I was screaming, like, you better fucking give Claire the rose. Like, or sorry, not Tuesday, on last Thursday. It's like, you better fucking give Claire the rose, because I need Claire on my television more.
Oh.
Even though I hated her and I wanted to yell at the screen. It's so great. No, it's not just me.
I know.
Because Tex agrees. Tex, you've convinced me.
Oh my god.
But that's like, she was, when they were in the hot tub and she was, like, mad because he wasn't kissing her or whatever, he really doesn't want him, she fundamentally doesn't understand, like, an international relationship. Like, if she wants to be constantly, like, touched and kissed and stuff, she should not be dating a dude who lives in Germany.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like it depends.
I felt like everything that she did was really forced and not actually about. I mean, I agree that she's entertaining, but I don't know, the whole Christian thing. Like, I felt too bad for him to actually be entertained by it.
And I mean, like, I don't know if anyone else noticed this. I think I spoke to Rachel about this right after the episode had aired, where she let go of Benoit. And she was just like, okay, now I get to focus on, like, my relationship with Christian. But she was so kind of upset that she had to let go of Benoit that she was kind of just, like, projecting that onto Christian. And I feel like that's what made the situation even worse, is that, like, she's just like, you don't touch me, you're not affectionate, you don't tell me that you like me, and all this stuff. And she's basically upset at him for not acting in the same way that Benoit was acting with her. Like, she just wasn't being chased in the way that she wanted. And so she was just, like, projecting that whole insecurity onto Christian.
Yeah, but then
which I thought was also fucked up.
I also don't get why did she send
her fundamentally misunderstanding how other people feel, though. So
yeah.
She just got proposed to on TV, so this is great. I'm just gonna celebrate this.
I mean, I hope they get married and she gets that.
Everyone's having a great time. Everyone's so happy. Chris Harrison's having a ball.
Except for Stassi.
Well, it's finally she's not come on these shows anymore, except for, like, her ABC-funded wedding / baby.
Oh, that would be amazing.
You
I
know
hope she wears that, like, maternity dress she wore the first day of Juan Pablo's season, when she came in with the big pregnancy belly. Like, I hope she wears that the day she announces that she's pregnant on, like, after the final rose or whatever.
Why did she do
2
that?
seasons from now. That would be good.
Why did she wear that? That?
Why did she wear that?
Why did she wear the pregnancy belly?
Yeah, I didn't watch that season.
Oh, so that was, like, her entrance, like JoJo's unicorn head. She wore
Oh.
a belly because, like, Juan Pablo had a kid, and she was like trying to be like, I can be the mom to your baby, and also you can be the dad to my baby.
That is
because I'm
cringe.
pregnant. And
That is
Juan
cringe.
Pablo was, like, weirdly into.
That is so
Sorry,
cringe.
guys. Sorry.
Live
Anyway, that was, like, I think
reactions.
probably my favorite limo entrance, and I was really Team Claire all of Juan Pablo's
That's
season.
ridiculous.
Until the swimming incident, because I didn't like how I felt like she should have been, like, Caitlyn ended up being on her season and just admitting, like, yeah, we fucked. Like, that's just what should have happened.
That was, like, a time when, like, no one admitted any of that stuff.
Well, no, it reminded me of, like, Crystal, when Crystal was like, I'm not going to talk about our date. Like, it didn't come off like, I don't want to talk about it because it's inappropriate to talk about on TV. It came off like, I'm keeping this from you girls so that you guys can, like, wonder what we actually did.
Yeah.
Which I felt like was petty and I don't like it. I mean, I love petty, but I felt like it was the wrong kind of petty. I watched this to know about the kind of sex you guys are having, not to hope that someone, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. I'm the worst at this.
It's fine. So let's move on, and we'll there's 2 more things I want to talk about. The first one being our favorite Japanese person, Yuki. I know that a lot of people were either liked her very much or did not like her at all. And I'm interested to hear, because this is the first real, like, exposure we've had to Bachelor Japan. So thoughts on Yuki?
I went back and forth constantly on her, but I think the end result is I like her.
Yeah.
I love her. I will say that in the episode that she left, which was, like, a day ago, I was crying. I, like, legitimately cried that she was leaving, because I just feel like she's just, like, she wants to, learn more about American culture, and I feel like this is one of, like, the first opportunities she had to actually, like, venture out here and, like, experience something that was, like, so totally different than what she has over there. And she was just, like, she was so happy. She was so happy to meet people that are so different and just, like, experience this all. And unfortunately for her, it had to end. And I felt that. I really felt that with her. I thought, I don't know, I just, like, connected with her a lot more than any of the other contestants for Winter Games. And I hate I do hate the fact that I feel like ABC kind of played up her whole, ethnicity in like a stereotypical way. And I hate that, but I also think that like you still were able to like fall in love with like the type of person that she is.
Yeah, I definitely agree with a lot of that. I like Yuki a lot. I think that she's definitely ABC definitely tried to play her up as kind of the dumb foreigner.
Right.
And it bothered me a little bit. But on the other hand, I also am just kind of like, you know what, this is fine. I'm totally okay with it because she just was having such a great time and nobody really cared. And...
Oh, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, could I slightly switch gears? Because this reminded me of her reaction when Ben left and she was like devastated. Like, when did Ben become like the new support system for everybody on the show? Like, he was just there to make friends, I feel like.
I was not a fan of Ben this season.
It was odd.
Ben, it was like...
I feel like it's almost in bad taste to come on when you just recently...
It wasn't recently. It
wasn't recently, but like, it just feels weird.
Ben was secretly dating someone else. Like,
yeah, then why did he even come on?
Because this is his rehab tour. Because my guess is I don't think he thinks that this thing with Lindsay Duke is going to work out, and I think he wants to be in good graces. He
might, but this is also his job kind of now.
Yeah.
So it's like he probably felt like he had to, even if he feels like they're going to last. Probably he felt obligated.
Also, I mean, like, I think that at least with respect to Yuki, I think that. I remember if you remember the first episode, she mentioned something about how like they don't do like the physical contact as much. Like she just like the only thing she did was she held his hand once, and the only person who kissed the Bachelor in Japan was the winner, right? And so,
which is sweet.
Which is it's
I like that.
It's super Japanese, but it makes a lot of sense why she got sent home right before the makeup competition. Like, there was no way in hell that she was going to do that because she didn't know any of these guys for more than a week. So it was like...
Yeah, there was no way she was going to do that.
So yeah, like that's why Ben was there. But I also just don't... I think that Ben just didn't want to do the makeup competition with anyone. And
Ben kind of reminded me of, like, the awkward camp counselor.
Yeah.
From when I went to summer sleepaway camp and there was the... like overly enthusiastic male camp counselor who
that was like always getting unsolicited
gave
advice.
Love advice to all the girls who were like way too young for it to be appropriate for him to be giving love advice to. And I don't actually even know how old Ben is, but it just felt like weirdly fathery and not in a sexy way.
Ben is like 28.
When is weirdly fathery ever sexy though?
I mean, talk to Ari and Becca. I think he's weirdly fathery, and also that's kind of sexy.
Tex, thoughts on Yuki?
She was cool. I mean, everyone's said everything already.
Cut.
To be honest, and it's like all over the sub.
Okay, well, this is our podcast, Tex. Okay.
Weird out, but like, I wish they like used her in ways that just trying to like always trying to play up that she was this Asian foreigner who like doesn't speak English.
Yeah, that was cringe.
See a little more out of her. I'll also be honest that I like have only seen 2 total episodes of Winter Games because I just keep falling asleep during them. So
okay, so not
some of the stuff.
Not the same feeling as we do.
She's cool.
Yeah.
My grandpa's opinion on Yuki, by the way, is that she definitely speaks English because Japan doesn't allow people to come from Japan to America without speaking English,
so,
which I don't think is true.
No,
for the record.
No, I don't think it's true, but they usually
So they teach. So supposedly they teach.
Ken's hot take on Yuki.
Supposedly they teach English, but like it's very common for people to like not try, similar to Spanish class here.
Okay.
So like the assertion that she doesn't speak English, I would 100% believe. But I would also 100% buy the argument that she picked it up really fast. That's what everyone on the Winter Games has said.
I don't think she... I think she knew a little bit more than it seemed like she knew.
They had a translator for her.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Good. I thought they were just sending her there without a translator, and I was like, what the hell's going on? That would be so boring.
That'd be super fucked up.
That'd be fucked up and boring. And also, I think not even... no. Just all of the wrong.
Yeah. So, there's one more person on Winter Games who did not have a good time, and that would be Stassi.
I
Stassi.
think it's
Stassi.
because I think her name's like
Nastasia.
Oh, Nastasia.
Yeah, Nastasia.
Nastasia.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah. I think that, judging by the finale, she did not have a good time.
No, she didn't.
Well, she had a good time on the show, but off the show.
How can you have a good time with Luke Pell, though? I mean, I feel like she probably didn't have a good time even prior to that, because he looks like Kendall's taxidermy, kind of.
He looks like he doesn't want to be there. It's like, why would you want to be with someone who just like does not want to be
like
there?
A dead stuffed rodent.
Or maybe he's like, I want to be the Bachelor. If I get my name out there, maybe I can be like the next Ari.
He's untouchable. Like, he is absolutely not that Bachelor material at all. Like, 100% not Bachelor material.
Yeah, but he wants to be.
He wants to be, but he's not.
But he
And it's
wants
like,
to be.
I love how this show like started to give him kind of a good edit, and then literally the finale was just like, him literally taking a giant shit over that entire fucking edit. It was like, hey, guys, all of that work you did for me, fuck you, I don't want it. I'm just gonna ghost this girl and just be like the most bitchy, fuckboyish human being you could possibly imagine. Like, all of the fuckboys you've ever fuckboyed with, he is like the amalgam of all of them combined into one gigantic fuckboy. And that scene with Stassi being like, hey, so like, you didn't text me at all, like, you didn't even bother getting my number. He was just like, yeah, cool, whatever. And it's just like, that's
well, like, she, like, when I was watching it, she literally said, she's like, you didn't even bother to get my phone number after the show wrapped up. Like, he was, like, blatantly just, like, ghosting her, like, peace out, bye. I just feel so bad for this girl because I mean, like, I don't know, I feel like there's this weird, like, thing that, like, European girls think that, like, American guys are great, and, like, some of them are, but, like, Luke Pell just, like, represented them in, like, the worst humanly possible way. And she's just, like, crying and fell in love. I feel so bad for her.
I mean, it's the same for American girls thinking foreign guys are the best too.
Yeah.
And then they're still terrible.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think just all men are trash is what it is. Or men and American
And
men.
welcome to the host of our podcast, a man.
hi, everybody.
Time's up.
Breaking news, everybody. Luke Pell sucks. Congratulations to those of you who believed otherwise.
Luke Pell is canceled. ABC finished him, and that is that.
Oh my god.
Did anyone like him though? Like
Okay,
during this?
I
Was anybody looking forward to his Winter Games reign?
No, but I do remember when he was on JoJo's season and I felt so bad that he wasn't going to be Bachelor, and I look back on that and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I saw this stuff about Reality Steve, about how he was like leading girls on after the show, and I was like, yeah, I get why he's not Bachelor anymore.
That's a
And then I
I
was
feel
like-
like Reality Steve was probably one of those girls Luke was leading on.
Save your
Yes.
Reality Steve hate for later on, because we've got a special segment for that man. But yeah, I just like, I was not surprised at all that Luke Pell just suddenly decided to like, I thought it was weird they were giving him a good edit. Like, oh, like, maybe, like, he'll redeem himself or something like that. Like, that's what I thought. And then it was just like, oh, just kidding. Fuck you all. I want nothing to do with this. It's like, he just shot himself in the foot. It was hilarious.
I don't even know.
One sec. I just want to interject. We have a special request
Yeah.
from our subreddit friends, and they want RK and Kyo to get closer to the mic because they can't hear you guys.
Oh, I was started to get scared. I was like, they want us to what?
They want us to, I don't know.
Oh, shout outs to Nick's Shitty Sweater and Birdie because they're the best.
Who's being bribed here? I'm just kidding.
So, I guess to sum up the Winter Games talk, would you be down for another Winter Games season?
Yes.
Yes. I want only Winter Games from here on out, actually.
I know.
Well-
and if they don't, then I want them to bring Christian, Yuki, Anastasia to Bib.
Yeah.
Please and
Yes.
thank you.
Here's what it doesn't have to be Winter Games necessarily. I just like the format of them playing games and that kind of stuff. Because Bip got really boring.
Yeah. Bring
I was also
back
sick of
Bachelor
bathing
Pad.
suits.
Bring back Bachelor Pad. That's what they got to do. That's literally what this was. Just bring it back. Like, obviously people like the show.
Yeah.
Just bring back Bachelor Pad. Super easy, super fun for the whole family.
Yes.
Like, it's easy decision.
They don't just have to sit on a beach all the time doing nothing.
I mean, like, that is sometimes fun. Like,
but,
that
like,
time where Samantha Stefan gave Joe Bailey a hand job in the pool. Like, that was A-plus, like, television.
You know.
Bachelor Pad was iconic. That guy, I forget his name, Nick maybe, whoever won the second season, watching Rachel Trueheart cry because he took the money was probably top 10 Bachelor moments ever, because I loved watching people cry, but also it was savage, and I like opportunities for savagery.
Yeah.
I love the tea.
So.
Serving up tea hot.
Serving up tea. So.
But Ashley I is not invited to Bachelor Pad.
Well, now
She is canceled from everything else.
Ashley I is no longer a virgin. Guys, what is she going to do on TV anymore?
Probably start giving sex advice. And she can have her own TV show that's totally separate from Bachelor Nation and do that without
God. She's like, I've had sex once. Guess what? I know everything.
Low-key would kind of watch that show, actually.
I want her to exclude me from her narrative.
I think that it's great that she found someone. Like, I'm happy for her, I guess. But also, at the same time, like, if this gets her off television forever, then I think we'll all be better people for it.
Yes, that is that.
So, now let's move on to a section, or segment, we like to call Rose of the Week. This is where we talk about a contestant or a person in Bachelor Nation and on the sub who went above and beyond and did awesome things and totally blew our minds. Any nominations from the Peanut Gallery?
I'm just ready for limo exit, but...
Yeah, we'll do. Anyone else?
Question.
Who do we nominate for like the Rose of the Week that like went like the contestant that went above and beyond for us?
Yeah.
Stassi.
I think I would give. Can I give 2 roses? Because like I would just give it to Yuki and Stassi.
Yeah.
I like it. Yuki and Stassi is a good combo.
Roses are...
Yeah.
They come in a
Americans
dozen.
don't get anything.
Yeah.
We're just over them because we've seen them constantly.
So now, let's move on to a segment called Limo Exit of the Week. And this goes to a person who really just should probably stop doing things that they're doing. And so, Tex, would you like to introduce the person who clearly deserves the limo exit this week?
If he says it wrong.
Reality Steve.
Yeah, boy!
So, I honestly...
I just want to vote for Luke Pell in this one, too.
You're allowed, but
that was a given. But anyways, back to reality, Steve.
Go.
Oh, I was just going to say that it honestly cracks me up that he went through the trouble of tweeting about how much he hates something. When there's a whole subreddit that constantly gives him views that he has now fucked himself over on dissing. So, I don't know. And also, I just want to put out there, one time he liked one of our posts on the Reddit Bachelor Instagram and immediately unliked it. So, Steve, you know who we are.
Yeah, I don't believe for a second that he's just like, I don't know what Reddit is. Like, fuck you, Steve. Like, you're full of shit.
I honestly think he's such a long-time lurker.
Yes.
And, lately, in the past couple of months, there's just been so many shit posts on him and how much, we hate him. And I think this is, his way to, slyly be the dregs of society all live in this subreddit.
Which is such bullshit.
Can I just say that I grade papers for children, and these children that I grade papers for have a more mature writing style than he does.
Yes.
Okay, this is coming from a lawyer, everybody.
So
Correct.
yeah, so my entire living I grade children's writing, and there are actually children who tell a more coherent story in a less, condescending narrative. You have to write a narrative, and he doesn't write a narrative. He writes the stream of conscious like, nonsense, and it makes me want to die.
Yeah. And you know what? I wouldn't even say shit about it if it wasn't for the fact that he had to be so rude in the first place. And I'm sure people have given him constructive criticism in the past that he refuses to take, so whatever, I guess.
I was going to be super mean to him in this and totally
honestly,
just drag him through the mud.
Why?
But
though?
that's not, yeah. Like, why? I mean, I'm going to say some things and they could probably be construed as mean, but I just like to think of them as true. Like, he's a 42-year-old man who used to be a journalist who is reporting on F-list celebrities and thinking that he's, like, God. And it's like, you run an outdated website. You're a journalist and you don't have the foresight to make a mobile version of your site, or B, a version of your site that doesn't, like, actually give your internet cancer.
Can you sign up for Squarespace or something?
Like,
yeah, get sponsored by Squarespace,
they got it
please.
streamlined. It's pretty.
I'm not...
Like, it's not that high quality, but it's pretty and it's better.
Well, it just needs to look good for people.
I think that the thing that I've took from this, after many people after all of the updates that he posted and stuff, is that he's just concerned that Reddit and social media are taking views away from his page. And it's like, I understand that is a legitimate concern as a journalist. And as someone who knows a lot of journalists, I can definitely get behind that. But also it's like, your reticence to accept the new future of how this stuff is being talked about just makes me feel like you're out of touch.
Yeah. And can I say, Reddit is a super popular website. And if your whole entire job is social media, like, you need to keep up on that.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I'm not... And
I feel like...
You're welcome for the free advice, Reality Steve.
Yeah, he's not going to take it.
I mean, and I also feel like Reddit is up on the rise. Like, I feel like I see it, mentioned in articles a lot
BuzzFeed
more.
constantly takes stuff from there.
Stuff on, sorry, this is making me sound so basic, but, Refinery 29 and, all of these fashion sites that I follow.
Can we really call Refinery 29 a fashion site?
It's constantly being sourced as, a credible source. And for him to sit there and see that, the Reddit population is, growing by, in huge volumes and call everyone a Drago society.
Yeah.
I just want to point out also that his website kind of looks like when every 13-year-old girl learn to use HTML to, code their Tumblr. That's what it looks like.
The MySpace.
Yeah, that. And then also, kind of on the Reddit, getting big kind of thing. I mean, it's been big for a long time, but I used Reddit to win sort of a court thing last year when I was still in law school. And I think that Reality Steve vastly underestimates how useful Reddit is for doing research and stuff. It's a really good jumping off point, which is embarrassing to say that I use Reddit in my lawyer.
No, it isn't. It's kind of cool because it shows creativity
so
and resourcefulness.
Steve can hop off our collective dick.
Tex, any final thoughts?
I mean, I was just working all day. I want to thank him for entering the day and giving me something to occupy my mind aside from work. I don't think I'm taking any of this too seriously. I'm not actually.
No, I love it.
I thought it was actually really funny. I think some people were saying we're getting way too petty. I think it's just fun internet shit. No one. I don't actually hate the guy. Sure, his website's cancer, but he gets a lot of spoilers that a lot of people want to see. So whatever.
No, I don't hate him either. I think it's hilarious.
Don't have anything against what he said, honestly. But I think it's just funny that he even said it.
I mean, thanks for the free promo though.
ALMAO.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I don't know. It's just why is he even thinking about all this? Trying to talk about Reddit in general, but I think it's funny that he just started going off on randomly about how it's the Drag Society, but
well,
we here.
In some ways, it probably is fine.
I don't know. I kind of love it, to be honest.
ALMAO.
Yeah. I don't know. Thanks for the promo. Thanks for the shout out.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you around more because we know you're around.
Yeah, Steve. Participate.
Join us. Join us.
So now we're gonna do a little fun thing where we get to know our guests today. This is where we ask people a contestant or a question from the contestants, it shows up on the contestant bios. So this question is, what are your top 3 all-time favorite movies?
What? The Notebook? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I actually have a fun story about that. I have a story every single week, and probably nobody wants to hear this, never mind. But The Notebook is a good movie, so there you go. That was it.
That was the story.
That wasn't the story, but that was probably all anybody wants to hear.
Now we want to hear
it was based... Okay, so I won this... There's a whole big backstory to this, but I won this contest one time and got to go see Nicholas Sparks speak in high school. Yeah. And it is actually based on his... Unless he was lying to us, which is possible. But based on his wife's grandparents' relationship. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Anyways, it's a good movie. Even though every single Bachelor contestant ever says The Notebook. I support them.
So what are your other 2 favorite movies?
Oh, I don't know. Mean Girls.
Wait, did you say Mean Girls?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Because that was gonna be that's my answer to that question.
Yeah, I don't know another one. I'm sure there's other ones that I enjoy. When a Stranger Calls.
I hate being put in these positions because I feel like when these questions are asked, I completely forget about everything that I like about myself.
I used to hate doing that, but
I mean, the first one that really comes to my mind is Love Actually. I can watch that movie forever and always and never be bored.
So many people like that movie. I really need to get through it one time. I can't get through it. We
watched it together on Christmas.
Oh my gosh, I must have just blocked it on my memory. I can't even remember it. I need to watch it again.
Ouch.
Sorry. Anyways, go on. Sorry, not to interrupt, but that's a popular one.
You can circle back to me.
Okay. All right. Think about it.
But that's
Stew on
how it really is when they sit you down in a room. You just gotta come up with 3 movies real quick.
Yeah.
So do 3 movies real quick, Tex.
Even if it's not your favorite, that's how I think that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how I remember Ashley mentioned that when they, when she talked about the Bachelor with the questionnaire.
Ashley Spivey. Yeah.
Yeah, Ashley Spivey. She said that he had to go through them really quick.
Yeah, there was
that's why people
so many
have ridiculous answers, and everyone's like, "Why would Jay say that?" It's because they give you 10 minutes to do 100 questions.
You should try to come up with the most ridiculous, the Veggie Tales.
Which one? Jonah?
God, what else? I mean, I really love Hocus Pocus.
Oh my, yes, sorry.
I love that.
I got really
movie.
excited.
And then, I don't know, how can you make me choose, any of the Harry Potter movies? I feel I love every single one of them.
I mean, but Hocus Pocus for real. Okay.
Yes. Tax, you're up.
Definitely Empire Strikes Back.
Good call.
I'll only pick one Star Wars movie. Other ones, let's see. Just off the top of my head, I'll go with Zoolander. Zoolander is probably one of my favorite comedies. And probably, Toy Story.
Good call. Rachel in Paris. What about you?
So Mean Girls is definitely my favorite actual movie. And then also, I watched Mrs. Doubtfire probably 100 times the year I was
that's a solid one.
So I'm gonna say that. I honest to God made my brother watch that movie with me probably 3 times a day for 4 or 5 weeks in a row. I'm not sure why. Don't ask me. And then my third one is probably The Big Short.
Oh, nice. Can I give a shout out to Matilda really quick, and then that's all.
That's your third. That's your third movie.
Oh, okay, Matilda. All right, David. I mean, RK.
I also feel I'm gonna be a terrible Hispanic if I don't say this, but the Selena movie with J-Lo is one of the best movies that I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's so
I said
sad,
The Big
though.
Short and I meant The Big Sick, just by the way.
Oh, The Big Sick. Okay, that's 2 totally different movies.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. I'm bad at names. I can barely remember my own sometimes.
Fair.
I've been there.
I done that. I see right there. Okay, anyways, go.
ambivertlady, you had one more.
Wait, no, she didn't.
No, she did.
She said, and she can't choose between the Harry Potter ones.
Oh, right.
Go,
yeah.
go, go.
Oh, mine? Oh, Pulp Fiction, Wall-E, and Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard is one of your favorites.
Wally's great.
Wall-E's great. I love Wall-E. Like, every time he's, like, dying, and she, like, gives him the zap.
Wow,
And,
spoilers. No, I'm just...
and he comes back to life. It's, like, tears. It's, like fucking... The feels. All the feels.
Spoiler alert, guys. It's only been out for, like, 10 years.
I saw a kid wearing a Wally hat at the airport today.
It was me.
Fun fact.
It was you. I love Wall-E. There's nothing wrong with Wall-E.
Yeah, we should get you one of those.
I'm pro Wally hat. I like Chelsea is pro glam. I am pro Wally hat.
Pro glam forever.
I saw it.
Pro glam forever.
Yeah. I'm pro Wall-E.
And pro Wally.
And pro Pulp Fiction.
Well, you know, we're
And
good.
pro Die Hard.
Okay, so anyways, thank you all for coming on.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you all for coming on. Next week we will be discussing The Women Tell All, which looks to be a doozy.
Yes.
Can I be invited for that one again? Because, like, I feel like there's just gonna be so much tea, and I need to discuss
Well,
it.
we might have to do a separate episode for that, depending on some upcoming guests.
Yeah.
So,
So we're gonna work out who's gonna be on the show next week. But Women Tell All looks.
but
to be
we
a
could maybe
dooz.
do a second episode of Women Tell All with just some people from the sub.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Women Tell All and then the finale. Actually, we have like Sunday and Monday of Bachelor. We have 2 episodes of Bachelor. Fun fact:
Yes,
we have like
This
5.
has been too much for me.
It's so much. I can't handle it. Like, I'm actually
I don't
looking
know why
forward
they
to the
do
break.
this. It's like 10 days of Bachelor in 14 days. And
Help.
It's too much.
Help.
It gives me something to do with my sad, sad life.
Hey, we have
I'm
fun.
just kidding.
So be sure to follow us on Instagram at Bachelorette, right?
Sure.
And on Twitter at Reddit Bachelor. And
Follow Steve.
follow Steve.
Make sure you follow Steve.
Make sure you
No, follow me. Steve needs to follow us.
Oh,
Yeah.
that too.
yeah, follow us, Steve. We'll
Steve,
be waiting.
we know you know we exist.
Yeah.
If you want a writing lesson, hit me up. I give them to 10-year-olds. I can give you one too.
Wrecked. Wrecked.
For Rachel and Paris, ambivertlady, Tex, and Kiwo, I am your quality host saying have a good night, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.